So this question right here is a very, very good example. And I actually got a question similar to that in my June exam. One of the questions was, we had the extended matching question in June, and it was, they give you hyperkalemia, hyponatremia as an EMQ, and they give you the symptoms. So I think at the time it was like breathlessness or other symptoms, and they would ask you to match it with, okay, so if you have high potassium levels, what symptoms would you have? Now, this question involves that too. So for example, the question is asking, and it's telling you that the patient has palpitations, the patient has shortness of breath, and they were diagnosed with hyperkalemia. So in this question, they're not telling you about, okay, tell me what symptom, what kind of electrolyte imbalance it matches with. So anyway, so it's asking you what drug is most likely to have caused hyperkalemia. Now, if you look at all the options, you should come to the conclusion that it's spironolactone. Why? Because it's a potassium-sparing diuretic. So it spares potassium. So it doesn't affect it, right? So it would increase potassium levels. And so just to add another kind of key point that I believe could potentially come up, because diuretics are generally a few basic categories. You have the loop diuretics that act on the loop of Henle in the different regions, and then you have potassium-sparing diuretics like spironolactone, triamterene, etc., etc., and then you have osmotic diuretics, and there's a few other ones. But anyhow, it would be a waste of time not to mention that you should not prescribe spironolactone to those with hyperkalemia. So those with already high potassium levels, you should not prescribe spironolactone, and that obviously makes a lot of sense, because if it spares potassium levels and increases it, and that's a side effect which can kind of technically be life-threatening, why would you prescribe it to someone with hyperkalemia? Because it already causes it.